This is Eagle Al, and today I will be talking about Shaq Leonard. He's a Philadelphia Eagle, and the Eagles pulled it off. Shaq Leonard must have watched the game like, you know what? Let me go help these guys out. They really need a linebacker. But let's get straight into it. Shout out to Howie for doing it again. He did it again. Got Shaq Leonard to the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, we needed a linebacker. We definitely needed a linebacker. Nicholas Merle, as much as I've been bigging him up, that performance wasn't it. That performance wasn't it. And then you see games like that, you see why, like, oh, you see that he's not a good linebacker. Even though I think he wasn't utilized right, Nicholas Merle. In my opinion, you can't have Nicholas Merle guard Christian McCaffrey out in open space. But that Deebo Samuels tackle, that's a That was supposed to be a clean hit. That was supposed to be a fourth down. He broke the tackle and ran for a touchdown. You know how he was going to make a move. Howie typically does that after a bad performance, at least for the past 2 years that I could remember. Remember when we lost our first game last year and then we ended up signing Sue and Joseph? We like, yo, we just can't stop the run. We need somebody. We can't stop the run. You're like, nah, I'm going to grab Sue and Joseph. This year, you know, he's trying with the safety like, yo, we can't guard nobody. Something's going on with our safety position. He go get Kevin Byard, which improved our secondary, but our secondary is still bad. And then our linebacker room, man, that linebacker room, we got to start taking serious. He tried to go get Anthony Barr, didn't work out. Thank God it didn't work out. And now he got Shaq Leonard. Shaq Leonard is a Philadelphia Eagle. So shout out to Howie Roseman for making the big things happen again. We need him because same thing with the 49ers. The Cowboys got the same advantage. They had a Thursday game. They got 10 days to prepare. And I can't take this. I can't take it, man. That is not Philadelphia Eagles football. Just in case you guys didn't see my last video, because YouTube is not pushing it because I cursed so much in that video. But 49ers just spanked us. 49ers spanked us. Like, more physical. You could tell the scheme was better. It felt like they knew every play we was drawing up on the offensive side. And man, we got our butts kicked. We got our butts kicked. And not only that, I didn't even talk about this in my last video. They gave Jalen Hardgrave the game-winning ball. Like, if I was Jalen Hardgrave, I'd feel some type of way like, I get it. I'm going against my former team. Like, yeah, I ain't got to kick they back. Bad enough we blew them out. Now, this is extreme. Like, and Kyle Shanahan knew what he was doing. But I will say this. Remember back in a couple of us that's in our late 20s and older. I think it was 07, 08 when we played the Cardinals. Remember when we played the Cardinals and that year they went to the Super Bowl? We blew them out like 20-48. And it was like, yo, we can't lose to these dudes if we see them in the playoffs. And then they beat us like 32-25, if I'm not mistaken. The score was something like that. And we couldn't believe that we lost to the Cardinals. And I believe the Cardinals had home field advantage, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the reason why I bring that up, because people think we got blown out. It's the end of the world. Even if we go back to 2017 when we won the Super Bowl, same thing. Ironically, we lost to the Seahawks. I think it was like 24-10. Frauds. Eagles win them lucky. They not that good. We come back, win multiple games, and win the Super Bowl. Again, is this year the same as those years? No, you try to revisit history to see if same thing can happen twice. We're 10-2. We're 10-2. We just made a move for a linebacker. Now, we get 70-80% of Shaq Leonard. That will be great. That will be awesome if we could get 70-80% of Shaq Leonard. 70-80% of Shaq Leonard is better than Kristen Ellis. Kristen Ellis is terrible. 70-80% is better than Nicholas Morrow. Nicholas Morrow is decent. Now, if you get Shaq Leonard, Zach Cunningham, if Zach Cunningham is able to go, your linebacker room is somewhat decent. It's somewhat decent, but still, for us to have Slay, Bradbury, even Roby in the slot, Kevin Byard, and Reed Blankenship, the secondary shouldn't be this bad. The secondary shouldn't be this bad. And I hope the rumors are true. I hope they are true that Avonte Maddox can make a push like the last week of football. I hope he can, because I don't think the nickel corner is that good. I know a lot of people was bragging about Roby, but to me, he's decent, but he's not that good. Whereas though, I'd be like, yeah, I'm satisfied with him. Let Avonte Maddox rest up. No, let Avonte Maddox play out this contract. And if he's ready to go, at least the first playoff game, let him go. Please, let him play, because we need him. We need him. And please, no more Eli Ricks in the slot. Eli Ricks, again, not sure what they seeing. He's not a slot corner. He's not. Just let him sit, let him redshirt. I get it. We want to throw him in there to get some playing time. And trust me, Eli Ricks didn't even play that many snaps. I already only played 5 or 6. But every time he was in, he was targeted. You can't have Eli Ricks in against the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb is going to cook. They're going to make sure CeeDee Lamb is lined up against them. All right, so let's get into another topic I want to talk about just a little bit. You know how Big Dom was arguing with, what's his name, Greenlaw? I'm hearing Big Dom and the Eagles organization is going to take like a big hit because of that. Of course, Greenlaw is going to get fined, but I don't get it. The head of security was doing what security guards do, unless what he's supposed to stand back and watch the guys that he's supposed to be securing fight. That makes absolutely no sense. He stepped in, tried to break it up, and Greenlaw made it bigger than what it was. Simple. Greenlaw, I get it. They came out physical, and he slammed Devontae Smith. And you know, the security guard's like, yo, chill. And Greenlaw got in his face. And I'm hearing even Kyle Shanahan apologized at the end of the game to Nick Sirianni about that. So Greenlaw was in the wrong. Again, the NFL is screwing us. Also, for an organization that don't want big hits, keep showing the big hit on DeAndre Swift. The rest was in the works. You know, it was a clear horse collar tackle on Chase Young when we was doing the tush push on Jalen Hurts, no calls. I don't know what the NFL is doing. I guess the NFL just came up with like the Eagles are due for a loss. Again, we would have lost even without them, but it just make it even worse with missed calls. Certain catches were catches that's usually not. Just made the game worse. And now our head of security is about to get sued. Makes absolutely no sense. But let me go ahead and wrap this video up. Then I know it's gonna be this long, but I wanted to touch on the Big Dom thing just a little bit, you know, talk about the game just a little bit. And again, shout out to Shaq Leonard for coming to the Philadelphia Eagles, because he watched that game like, maybe I could make a name out there. Maybe I could help them. I bet you Howie Roseman was probably on the phone with Shaq Leonard like in the second half, like, yo, bro, we need you. You seen that Nicholas Morrow missed? Yeah, we need you. He like, man, how much money you want? How much money you want? We'll give it to you, and you're starting. He probably guaranteed I'm a starting position. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about everything? Big Dom, Shaq Leonard, all that good stuff. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm up.